Hey Omies, I'm Ewashkiw from Adventure Yoga. Thanks for joining me today for this 45-minute Vinyasa class that I'm going to call a flow-ish warrior class. Warriors are going to come out and play in this class, so we're going to have to draw into our inner thighs and really create that strength from within to call on your warrior. This is an all-level flow class. It's about 45 minutes long. Don't need any props because we're going to get moving once we get into it. So meet me standing on your mat in just a few seconds. Let's do this. Alright, so first we gotta wake up our warriors. So stand up. Yeah, warriors today. We're gonna wake up our warriors by doing some arm swings. So let's just stand with your feet about hip distance apart and then swing your arms. Swing your arms in front of you and behind you. And when they come in front, change the cross each time so that the opposite arm's on top, opposite arm on top, etc., etc. And then when your arms swing back behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And when your arms cross in front of you, squeeze them pretty tight across your chest. So you're gonna get a nice stretch at the front and the back as you swing your arms. Arm swings. Fancy name, right? All right, let's go. We're gonna do some also fancy named butt kicks. So take your right heel, kick your butt. Take your left heel, kick your butt, kick your butt, kick your butt, and then you can pick up the pace and start running on the spot and kicking your butt. And then look down at your knees, and instead of having your knees like they'll start to come forward, have them go more back, straight down, even a little bit behind, and you'll get a little more quad stretch, which is partly what we're getting here. Waking up your hamstrings as well. Alright, let those go. Stand at the top of your mat. Gonna get a little more movement in here. Stretch your arms out overhead. Pause. Push down through your feet. Stretch up through your fingers. Fold forward and touch the ground and step your right leg back to a lunge. Alright. Push down through your left foot. Have your left knee over your ankle. Push down through your right toes. Have your right heel over your right toes or ball your right foot. Look forward. Lunge. Banarasana. Push down through your feet. Lift your torso. Bring your hands onto your waist. You're going to step forward and lift your right knee up out in front of you. So bend your right knee a little. Step forward. Lift your right knee. Hold it up. Do your best. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go back to the lunge. See if you can do that without touching the ground. If you need to touch the ground, do. If you don't. Step forward, lift your knee. Step back, lunge. You can use your hands on the ground as needed. Step forward, lift your knee. Back to lunge. Bring your hands to the ground, everybody. And step forward. Uttanasana, fold forward. Touch the ground if you can. No, don't do that. Touch the ground, bend your knees if you need to. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe I forgot to breathe enough during those step back lunges. My oxygen wasn't getting to my brain. Alright, place your hands on your waist, lift your torso, and stand up. Stretch your arms down at your sides. Waking up my warrior 2. Alright, stretch your arms up overhead. Push down through your feet, stretch up through your fingers, and fold forward. Uttanasana. It's time to step your left leg back and find your lunge. Right ankle under your right knee. Heel of your left foot over the ball of your left foot. And look forward. I like fingertips here, just gives me a little more height, a little more ability to draw my legs in and activate my inner thighs, activate my core. See if you can do that. Squeeze your thighs in, tone your belly, lift through your chest a little, and then lift your hands onto your hips. Lift your torso and get ready to step your left leg forward and lift your left knee. So bend your left knee and then step it forward. Lift it up and hold for 3, 2, 1, and if you can do it hands-free, do. If you want to touch the ground, do. Step back to lunge. Step forward to high knee. Back to lunge. Forward to high knee. Step back to lunge. One more of these. Step forward, high knee. And then Tadasana. Oh yeah, lower the leg. Shake it off. And come down to your knees. Oh, yeah, alright. so getting warm, waking ourselves up. Bring your left knee to the middle of your mat. Bring your right knee back behind you. Separate your feet. Walk your hands back and sit down between your feet for Gomukhasana legs. Here, if your left hip is quite high off the ground, take a prop and place it under your right hip. So if you have a block or a book or a cushion, you can actually put it under your right hip. And that's going to allow your left hip to come down to the height of your right hip and find the balance. In the force, balance of your hips, the balance. Look forward, stretch your right arm up. Bend your right arm, place your hand on your back, stretch your left arm back behind you. Reach way back and then bend your elbow. If you can hold your hands here, hold your hands. If your hands are too far apart, you can always hold your shirt with each hand. And if you're not wearing a shirt, you can find a strap or a belt or something to hold on to between your hands and pull it tight. So pull your shirt tight, pull your hands tight, pull the strap tight. Stretch up through your right elbow and actually stretch it back a little bit more so you're opening into your right shoulder. Because as well as working on our legs today, we want to really get our shoulder open a little as well so that we can prepare for warriors. Squeeze your legs towards each other, stretch up through your spine. Gomukhasana, this is called cow face pose. Gomukha. Mukha, like Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. This is Gomukha, go being cow. Gomukha. There you go. Release your arms. Like your hands forward. Lift your knees. Now lift your butt. Uncross your knees. And move your right knee to the middle. Other side. Tuck your left knee behind your right knee. Separate your feet a little. And sit down between your feet. Again, if you're using the prop, this time you'd put it under your left hip to lift your left hip up. Sit up tall. Stretch your left arm up. And then bend your left arm and touch your back. Take your right arm and reach it back. Turn your palm back, bend your elbow, and see if you can get your right hand up your back enough to hold your left hand. And if you can, do. Those who can, do. And if you can't, that's cool. Hold your shirt, hold a strap, whatever you've got. Now, Gomukhasana does take a little bit of time, and it's part of our warm-up, but it is going to get our hips a little more open. It's going to get our inner thighs a little more active. It's going to help us find a little bit more of our ability to wake up all of the parts that we need to be that protector, to be that warrior for ourselves, for each other, for our families. So draw in, squeeze your legs in, sit up tall, and you're going to get a little more hip stretch. Stretch your left elbow up, and even move it back a little. Gomukhasana. Release your hands, walk your hands in front of you, come up onto your knees, and then untuck your knees and sit down for a second. Maybe a little bit longer than a second, but just a second. Sit cross-legged, Sukhasana, sit up tall. Welcome. Please bring your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, the prayer position. Soften your eyes, relax your eyes. Look down past the tip of your nose. And you can close your eyes here or just keep your eyes open a little and keep them soft, keep your focus unfocused. The story of Lord Shiva has many, many things to teach us and to share with us. And one of the stories from that tradition that I love is the one of Shiva pulling a lock out of his hair. He had locks in his hair, and he pulls one out and throws it to the ground and says a magical spell, and out of that rises a warrior, the warrior of his army, named Virabhadra. So all our warrior poses are really, they're named after this warrior in particular, and he's this part of Shiva that Shiva pulls out of himself and then is able to manifest that into the strength and
ability to protect himself, to protect the whole army that Shiva has. But really, it's just an aspect of Shiva. And the story is reminding us that we are every part of the story. We are every part of our own story, and we can be our warrior, we can be our protector, we can be our mother figure, we can be our father figure, we can be there to console and to cajole. Inside of each of us is all of those things. Inside of each of you is your own Virabhadra, your own warrior. That part of you that you call up when everything that you've got is needed to protect something, someone that you would do anything to protect. That's when your Virabhadra is called upon. That's when you call upon it and make it real. Manifest that aspect of you. When we practice the warrior poses, we're practicing this work. We're practicing this idea of tapping into that ability to be the warrior. Like, we really are working to embody the idea of the warrior in the pose. When we say the pose is more than just the shape, that's what we mean. We do that, we think about that warrior, and we feel the power, we create the power to hold the pose, to remind you that you have that power inside you, to be the warrior in your life, in your family's life, in your friends' lives. So we practice it here. Imagine that warrior lives inside you. Feel it in the muscles you've already woken up, your mind that has been activated by our just a little bit of warm-up. And start to deepen your breath a little. Make your breath a little more courageous, a little more warrior-like you're preparing to go into battle. And then bring that with you as you stand up and open your eyes and stand at the top of your mat. Tadasana, like a mountain, like that force of power that's in a mountain also lives in a warrior. Stand tall in the face of whatever comes. Bend your knees, lift your right knee up and wrap your right leg around your left. Garudasana, wrap your right arm underneath your left. Eagle pose. Pull your legs together, pull your arms together. Really squeeze your legs in here. Lift up through your chest, lift up through the top of your head. Steady your breath. We're going into Nattarajasana, or dancer pose. So unwrap your arms and legs, keep your right leg lifted, take it back behind you. Stretch your left arm forward, hold your right foot with your right hand. Nattarajasana. Stretch your right knee straight back, not out to the right, stretch it straight back. How do you do that? Squeeze your right thigh in towards your left a little, engage your right butt, and then lift your right foot up. Pull it up rather than pulling your knee out. Lift through your chest. Nattarajasana. Banarasana, lunge. Bend into your left knee. Carefully release your right foot and step it back. Hands to the ground. Banarasana. Look forward. Push down through your feet and imagine that your inner thighs are touching, and then get them a little closer. Squeeze them in towards each other. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Place your right hand flat on the ground and turn your right hand out a little. Twisted monkey. Stretch your left arm up, look over your shoulder. Think about your bottom shoulder, move it back. Bring your right foot off the ground and point your toes. With your left hand, reach up and back. Grab for your right foot. Pull your right foot in, pull back with your left hand and hold your right foot. Twisted monkey, pull your heel towards your hips, push your hips down and forward. And then twist it. Turn up. Push your right foot into your left hand, pull your left shoulder back, pull your right shoulder back, squeeze your thighs in and twist a little more. Yeah, twist it up, turn your head back, look up, and untwist. Come back to the lunge. Push down through your feet, squeeze your thighs in, and lift your torso. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra. Stretch your left knee over your ankle. Squeeze your thighs in, hug your hips in, stretch up through your spine. Twisted lunge. Twist to the left, touch your right arm outside your left leg. Push down through your right arm, stretch up through your left elbow, and twist to the left. You can always bring your right knee down in these lunge poses, so you can always bring your back knee down. I think I said left knee, it's your right knee. I'm not sure what I said. Twist. Move your hips over to the right a little to twist your torso to the left, and then come back to the center. Step back to plank pose, hands flat, plank. We're going to go into the Chaturanga, lower, so you can bring your knees to the ground if you would like. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga Tadasana, lower halfway. Place your feet flat. Upward facing dog. Keep your hips off the ground, knees off the ground, back bend. Pull your chest forward and up, and guess what? With your thighs, hug in a little. So your knees are facing the ground, not turning out to the sides. Push all of your toes down. Lift your chest up more. Downward facing dog. Good work. Down dog. Gomukhasana. So mukha. Remember Gomukhasana, cow face pose. This is Adductor. Shwana is a dog. Yeah. Adductor. Downward dog. Downward facing. I'm teaching it and saying wrong. Adductor. Downward facing. Svanasana. Dog pose. I don't know, it just helps a little. The more you know, the more powerful your warrior will be. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, and with your breath out, walk or float to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, lift your chest halfway, stretch your spine, squeeze your legs in, and fold forward, Uttanasana. Stand up and reach up, Urdhva Hastasana or Urdhva Namaskarasana, and Tadasana. Stand up top of your mat, other side. Find that warrior strength to take you through this as we move through it slowly again. On the second side, before we pick up the speed, bend your knees, lift your left knee, wrap your left leg over your right, hook your foot behind your calf if possible. Wrap your left arm underneath your right, hook your hands so you can bring your hands into a sort of a wry prayer pose. Squeeze your arms in towards each other, an askew prayer pose, it's probably more accurate. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. Really work your inner thighs and squeeze your inner thighs in. And then stretch up through your spine. Find a little relief in your upper body from that strength in your legs. If it falls apart, just come back. And then we'll take it apart to Nattarajasana. Unwrap, take your left leg back behind you, hold your left foot, stretch your right arm out in front of you. And then take your time to find your stability here. Get your right foot grounded. Kick your left foot back into your left hand and pull with your left hand. Roll your left shoulder back. Pull your right shoulder back. Now hug your left knee straight back. Stretch it straight back. Hug your left thigh, right thigh towards each other. It's a lot of words. Please forgive me. Lift through your chest. And then we're going to go to lunge. Bend into your right knee. Don't just fling your left foot back and you let go of it. Let go and carefully step back. Bring your hands to the ground. Vanarasana. The more you practice the grace and that fluidity in that, the easier it becomes. Push down through your feet. Squeeze your thighs in. And bring your left knee down to the ground. Everyone. Twisted monkey. Place your left hand flat and turn your left hand out a little to the left. Lift your right arm up. Lift your left foot off the ground and bend your left knee. Point your toes. And then push through your left hand. Roll your left shoulder back. Twist a little more. And reach with your right hand for your left foot. Twisted monkey. Pull your heel towards your butt. Shift your hips down and forward. Get your foot in your hand. Roll your right shoulder back and twist more. Squeeze your thighs in. Roll your left shoulder back. Lift your chest up. Look up. take your head back. Twist your monkey. Keep squeezing your thighs in, and then lift through your chest, lift through your heart a little more. Open it up. Because that's really where the warrior lives, right? It's in your heart. That's where all that power comes from. It's from your emotions. So open it up. Lift. Untwist. Come back to lunge. Lift your left knee. Remember, we're going to twisted lunge. So squeeze your thighs in. Lift your torso. Bring your hands to your heart. Set it up. Stretch your right knee forward. Squeeze your thighs in. Lift through your torso and twist. Touch your left arm onto the outside of your right leg. Push down through your left arm, stretch up through your right elbow, and lift your chest to line up with your thumbs as best as you can as you twist to the right. And to open your twist just a little more, shift your hips over to the left, squeeze your thighs in. Untwist. Come back to center and bring your hands down to the ground. Plank pose, step it back. Palakasana. Chaturanga Tadasana, knees down or up. Upward facing dog, knees off the ground, hips off the ground, chest up towards the ceiling, and downward facing dog. Squeeze your thighs in, lift your hips up and back. Alright, now, I don't know about you, my warrior is starting to feel like it's being poked, it's like slumbering in its cave, and I'm like, come on, wake up, it's time to play. So I hope that you're starting to feel like, oh yeah, I can feel the energy building, I can feel the power building, I can feel the desire to play with that building. Let's see what we can do when we take that sequence and we just turn it up a notch. Bend your knees, look forward, and with your breath out, move forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, Uttanasana. Push down through your feet, stand up, and reach up for Hastasana or Namaskar, hands together, and Tadasana. Garudasana, bend your knees, lift your right knee, wrap your legs, wrap your right arm under your left. Squeeze your thighs in, inhale. Nattarajasana, exhale, take your right leg back, left arm forward. Inhale, squeeze your thighs in, lift your right knee, and then exhale, lunge, hands to your hips. Inhale, bring your right hand down, right knee down. Exhale, stretch your left arm up, lift your right foot up. Inhale, reach up, grab your right foot, and exhale, twisted monkey. Inhale, untwist, and exhale, straighten your right leg, lift your torso, hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch up here, squeeze your thighs in, and twist to the left. I told you we're going to turn it up a notch. Twisted lunge. Move your hips over to the right, twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center and step back to plank. Lower, Chaturanga. Yeah, all with your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You didn't think we were going to stay that slow as the first round the whole time, did you? Inhale. Exhale. In my notes it says flow-ish. Inhale. Exhale, but all that really means is inhale. We're going to start slow. Exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, and make your way forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, stand up and reach up, and exhale, Tadasana. And throwing Gomukhasana into our warm-up doesn't really feel like flow class to me. So flow-ish. Other side. This will feel like flow. Bend your knees, lift your left knee, wrap it. Wrap your left arm under your right. Garudasana, eagle. Inhale. Nattarajasana, take your left leg back, right arm forward. Inhale, squeeze your thighs in, lift your left knee. Hands to your hips, exhale, lunge. Inhale, left hand down, left knee down. Lift your left foot, right arm, exhale. Reach your right arm back, grab your left foot, inhale, twisted monkey. And exhale, untwist. Inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your torso, bring your hands to your heart. And exhale, squeeze your thighs in, twist to the right, twisted lunge. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, step it back to plank, lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze your thighs in, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale. Look forward and make your way forward.
Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Stand up and reach up. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Look up, hands together. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, lift your right knee, bend your left leg. Exhale, Garudasana. Inhale. Exhale, Nattarajasana. Are we doing it again? Yeah, we're doing it again. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your hips, lunge. Something different here. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Squeeze your thighs in. Step your right foot forward a little, spin your heel in and down. Exhale. Set your legs up like Parsvottanasana. Inhale. And exhale, pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze your thighs in. Stretch up. Inhale. Flex at your hip and fold forward. Parsvottanasana. You can do hands to the ground, hands to your leg, or you can take your hands back behind you in some prayer variation if you like. Reverse prayer for the full pose. Pull your right thigh up and towards your left thigh. So you're going to have to pull up and then over to the left a little. So you're turning your right thigh in, pulling your right hip forward a little. Parsvottanasana. Pyramid pose, we generally call this. Push through your right foot, bend into your left knee, lift your torso up, and take your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Now you may find, like I usually do, my stance needs to be a little longer for Virabhadrasana 1, so if you need to walk your left foot forward a little, do. Keep pushing back through your right foot, keep turning your right leg in and pulling your right hip forward, and squeeze both thighs in towards each other. Stretch your left knee forward, look up, and bring your hands together, or don't. Shift your hips to the right a little, just a little. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Feel your warrior. Squeeze your thighs in. Stretch your left knee forward. Stretch up. Or whatever variation of arms and head movement you're doing, stretch up through your pose. Stretch out for your left knee. Stretch out for your right leg. Bring your hands down to the ground. Lift your right heel. Step it back to plank pose. And lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Steady your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze your thighs and lift your hips. Exhale. Lift them up and move them back. Inhale. Get ready to move. Exhale. Bend your knees. Look forward. And with your breath out, float or walk forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold all the way. Exhale. Stand up all the way. Reach up. Look up. Inhale. Tadasana. Exhale. Garudasana. Left leg. Lift it. Wrap it. Left arm. Wrap it underneath. Inhale. Nattarajasana. Exhale. Squeeze your thighs and inhale. Lift up. Hands to your hips. Exhale. Lunge. I can get a little sloppy. That's fine. Inhale. Stretch your arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. It's not about perfection. It's about moving. It's about finding what you can do. Finding that strength. Finding the power to do what you can do. Straighten your right leg. Whoa. Yeah. Parsvottanasana legs. Turn your left heel in and down. Adjust your stance as needed. Straighten both legs. Look forward. Push down through your left foot. Turn your left knee forward. Turn your left hip forward. Squeeze your thighs in. Stretch up. Flex at your hip. Fold forward. Hold onto your right leg or touch the ground or take your hands into reverse prayer back behind you. Or you can hold your elbows back behind you. There are a lot of arm options here in Parsvottanasana. Squeeze your back thigh forward and over towards your right thigh a little. Shift your hips over to the left a little so your torso is lined up with your right leg, slightly closer. And Warrior 1, push through your left foot. Bend into your right knee, lift your torso, unfurl your arms and stretch them up, and adjust your leg stance if needed. I just need about half of one of my feet length longer, and I think that's good. Stretch your arms up, and if you're doing hands together, Do hands together, commit to it, straighten both arms and look up. Unless that's not good for your neck. Everybody push through your left foot, turn your left hip forward, squeeze your left thigh up and towards your right thigh, and bend into your right knee, stretch it over your right ankle. Find that inner warrior. Find it. Push from your feet and draw up and into your thighs. Reach that up towards the ceiling. And hands down, Chaturanga Tadasana. Lift your left heel, step it back, and lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, lift your heels, and move forward. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Stand up. Exhale. Mountain. Tadasana. Awesome. Awesome work. So, I don't know what I desperately need a drink of water, so I'm going to get it, because, keep hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Alright, so what do we got here? Something a little fun. Stand at the top of your mat. We're going to bring a couple of warriors in together here to play with each other. Yes, the warriors, they're going to come out to play. So, what are we going to do? This. Stretch your arms up overhead. Reach up. Look up. Bend your knees a little. Step your right leg back. Set your legs up for Parsvottanasana. So bend your knees, step your right leg back, spin your heel down, and straighten both legs. You can look forward and down as you need to. Totally fine. And then fold forward. Parsvottanasana. Touch the ground, hold your leg, reverse prayer if you like. Pull your right hip forward, squeeze your thighs in, stretch through your spine. So use that strength of your legs so that you can open up your heart a little more. It's like, that's one of the powers of our warrior, right? It helps us be strong, it helps us be stable, so that we can go to our heart and move more from that place confidently, with that warrior supporting us. Speaking of warriors, warrior one, bend into your left knee, lift your torso, stretch your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. If you need to adjust the length of your stance, do. Push through your right foot. Bend into your left knee. But draw from your feet into your thighs. Hug into your hips. Stretch all that up through your fingers. Warrior 3. Lean forward. So just tilt at your hips more. Lift your right heel and roll forward. Shift from your back toes. Keep your upper body straight and strong. Stretch back through your right leg, straight and strong. And to help your body be stronger, turn your right knee down, squeeze your thighs in and stretch out. Back to warrior 1, bend in your left knee. Float it back, reach up. Warrior 1, hands to the ground, step it back to plank, and lower. Chaturanga Tadasana. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Just one breath. Inhale. And exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. I want to get to the other side because that was fun. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Alright, so set it up. Think about what you're going to do. Second side. Stretch your arms up. Look up. Bring your hands together. Step your left leg back. So bend your knees, step your left leg back. Set your legs up for Parsvottanasana and fold forward. Parsvottanasana. I guess my legs weren't quite set up. I fell a little on the way down and just tilted over a little. But, adjust as you need. We're only human. Warriors, human warriors. Pull your left hip warrior. Pull your left hip forward. Squeeze your thighs in. Having a good time. It's a Friday afternoon here when I'm filming today. Stretch down through your spine. Pull your right hip back. Squeeze your thighs in. Push through your left foot, bend into your right knee, stretch your right knee forward, and warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Push through your left foot. Push through your right foot. And then pull up from there. So you can squeeze your thighs in and lift up through your torso. Get your body nice and strong and powerful, like a warrior. From in, find it. From inside you, feel this power, create it. Keep it with you as you start to hinge at your hip. Keep your body straight, keep your arms straight. Hinge at your hip, lift your left heel, shift from your left foot to shift forward. Keep your body straight and strong. Keep your left leg straight and strong. Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. Turn your left knee down, squeeze your thighs in so you can stretch out more. Warrior 3. Find your warrior. Warrior 1, bend into your right leg, float your left leg back. Doesn't have to be graceful, just do your best. We find the grace inside, right? That beauty that our warrior allows us to tap into. Bring your hands down, step it back to plank, and lower. Chaturanga. Lift your heart, inhale, curl it up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Steady your breath. Slow your breath down. Bring your knees down to the ground. Move your feet over to one side and sit down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Stretch out through your knees. Walk your hips towards your feet a little. And sit up. Hold your feet. Hold on to them so you can help create a little bit more tension there. So pull on your feet, push your feet together, stretch out from your inner groin through your knees, and make everything nice and tight and feel. Make it feel. So, warrior poses are done. Okay, so for today, warrior poses are done. Now we gotta open ourselves back up and reintegrate, right? So that we bring all of our pieces together and work to find the balance between them in our day, in our life. Remembering that that warrior's inside you, and you can call on that warrior when you need it. Call on yourself when you need it. To be there, to protect yourself with everything that you have. To protect your family with everything you have. To protect your loved ones with everything that is inside you, everything that is you. We have that power. We feel it. And yoga helps us remember where it lives and how to tap into it. Lift your knees up. Bring your feet onto the ground. Bring your right ankle above your left knee. And then take your left arm and wrap it around your right foot. If that was easy for you, doing the right knee might be easy too. Take your right arm and wrap it around your right knee. If neither of those is easy for you, that's okay. You don't have to do either of them. You can start ankle on knee, knee forward, hands to the ground. It's a great place to be. I sort of jumped ahead of myself. And then take your left arm, if you would like, and wrap it around. And hold your arms around your shin. This is a more advanced option. Hindolasana. If you are holding your leg comfortably and you want an even more advanced option, you can pick your leg up off your left leg and bring it in towards your chest. Instead of rounding your back, though, to get your chest closer to your leg, stretch up through your spine to get more hip opening. And if you got your fingertips on the ground, move your right knee away from your right shoulder, and move both shoulders back, and lift through your chest. And then relax a little, and bring your right foot down to the ground. Bring your left foot above your right knee. Hindolasana. So start with fingertips to the ground. Let's see if I can get it in the correct order this time. Fingertips to the ground. It's not advanced version first, usually. Move your left knee away from your left shoulder. Roll your shoulders back. And stretch up through your spine.
All right, now if you're feeling comfortable here and you would like more, take your right arm and wrap your elbow onto the sole of your left foot. And then take your left elbow and wrap it around your left knee. And then maybe you can hold your hands in front of your left shin as well. So this is when we get into the baby cradle of this pose name. Hindolasana means baby cradle pose. Here, some of you might be able to pick your leg up, and then it's almost like you're rocking a baby. In cradle-ish. If you do pick your leg up, you're going to want around your back, but don't. You're going to want to, but don't. Fight against that. Find your warrior a little more here and lift up through your chest so you feel more. Who doesn't want to feel more? I want to feel more. If your ankle is off your leg, bring it down. And then everybody relax a little and bring your left foot down to the ground. Lie onto your back. Straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, and hold your right leg with your left hand. Twist over your body, twist your right knee over to the left, and look over your right shoulder. A variation of Parivrtta, Supta Padangusthasana. Just relax a little here as you stretch your right shoulder and right knee away from each other. Then come back up to center and change sides. Straighten your right leg, bend your left leg, hold your left knee with your right hand, place your left hand on the ground and twist over with your left knee to the right. Look over your left shoulder and move your left shoulder and your left knee away from each other. Get that opening in that twist on your left side. And then come back to center. We did the seated, we're going to do it on our backs now. Gomukhasana, bound angle pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Take your knees wide. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart if that's relaxing and comforting for you. You can keep your eyes open or soften them and relax them or even close them. Push your feet together, yes. But let the rest of the work be passive. So keep your feet actively pushing in, and then it's safe to let your awareness of the rest go. This is another opportunity to open up where we've been drawing in all class. Really slow your breath down and expand it, so that you can feed each cell. Just a few more breaths here, and then we'll shift into Shavasana. Relax your butt if it's engaged. Relax your feet. And start to straighten your legs. Push your feet away from you. Keep your knees wide though, so when your knees start to come in, take your feet apart. Stretch your legs out. Just slide them out and find your Shavasana legs. Take your arms down at your sides, turn your palms up, and find your Shavasana. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Wiggle your hips as needed. And relax. Relax your eyes. Relax your face. Relax across your chest. Relax your belly. Let it all go. You've put in the hard work. Now you get to do the great work of just relaxing and processing. We'll be here for just a couple minutes. Work to relax your mind, relax your body, and stay here with yourself just a little longer.
start to deepen your breath. Feel your chest, your back expand with your breath. Move your hands and feet, fingers and toes. Just move the breath through your body. Wiggle a little as you like, and stretch as you like. Bend your knees. Turn onto your side and just pause on your side for a moment. Just stay here and rest. And just think about your practice. Think about how you felt looking for your warrior, calling on it, bringing it to really to be here, present, helping you through especially that transition from Warrior 1 to Warrior 3. That demands a warrior. However you did, however that went for you, know that the warrior was there helping you. You were there helping you. Nice work. Press yourself up to seated.
Amazing. I hope I wasn't facing the wall too much for you to hear me. Come to a comfortable seat with your hands in front of your heart. Look down at the ground or close your eyes. Thanks for practicing. Thanks for looking for the warrior inside you, for tapping into that power and having it guide you through these transitions from pose to pose as we really worked to hold it all together to the best of our ability, to the best of your ability, whatever that was. Amazing work. Thanks for practicing. Namaste. Thanks. So yeah, we did start off a little slow in that flow, which is why I thought maybe flow-ish was the right name for it. But I also really like that way we warm up and then bring it down and find our center before we really do call on something like dark and primal, our inner warrior, that power within us to be our protector. Great work today. Thanks for practicing. I hope that this helped you feel that, and I hope that this helped you feel more today. If you're looking to do another class with me in the future, you can click right there and add that class to your watch later list. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please take a second, click my picture right up over there, and click on the little bell icon, and you'll get notifications when I post more classes. If you've got questions, stick it below, and I'll get back to you. Namaste OMies.